Controversial opinion, you should not be shamed for shopping fast fashion. Most of us do not have thousands of dollars to use to revamp our wardrobes by shopping from only sustainable companies. Nor would we all want to, because let's face it, most sustainable companies only produce basics or boring clothing in general. I think the biggest factor when it comes to sustainable fashion is price. Most people would shop sustainably if the price was actually in their budget. Most people do not want to max out their entire shopping budget on 1 to 2 shirts just because it's from a sustainable fashion company. You can't have a full wardrobe with just 1 to 2 shirts. And of course, thrifting is another option, and I love thrifting. So thrifting aside, this video is to teach you how to shop fast fashion in a sustainable way so you can get the most bang for your buck and decrease the harm that fast fashion causes to the planet and to people. Tip number 1 is to shop for basics. When you shop for basics, you're buying items that you'll ideally have in your wardrobe for many years and you'll always gravitate to because they're basic. They can go with pretty much anything. In this current economic climate, if I needed a variety of black shirts, white shirts, and tan shirts that I could wear to work, to school, casual, going out, it's likely that I'm not gonna go shop at a sustainable company because I'm going to max out my entire budget on 1 to 2 shirts, probably just for work. But I still have all these other occasions and all these other colors that I would need to shop for. It makes more sense for me to shop from fast fashion companies for these basic items and be able to have 1 to 2 pieces that go for all the occasions that I would need and have all the colors that I would need so I get more bang for my buck. Step number 2 is determine your cost per wear when shopping. The best way to figure out if you should buy an item is to consider how many times you would wear it as it compares to the price of the item. Now you might be thinking, oh, fast fashion is so cheap. Obviously the number of wears will outweigh the price. I beg you to reconsider. From what I've seen, fast fashion prices are definitely on the rise, which is in line with the inflation of other consumer products. Ultimately, this just means that every single dollar matters. Sure, something could only be $21, but when you really think about it, could that $21 be spent elsewhere, or should it be spent on this frivolous micro trend item that you're probably only gonna wear one time? Let me give you an example. You're going to Miami for spring break. There's a $21 skimpy bodysuit that, yeah, makes your yitty sit right and your booty look good, but like, how many times are you really gonna wear that after your Miami trip? 0. When instead, you could use that $21 on a 2-piece matching set that you could wear to Miami for spring break and still look good, and at Darty's all summer, at kickbacks all summer. You just get more bang for your buck. Do you see what I'm saying? Step 3. Don't go all in on trends. Simply because of the way fashion has been operating, micro trends last about 21 days and then there's something new on the market. So people will go all in on a trend that they really, really love and then be done with it by the time the next trend arises. And what I mean by going all in is I see all these big, excessive fast fashion hauls, which are just so unnecessary because what do you need $2,000 worth of clothing from Shein for when you know that you're still gonna go shop at X, Y, and Z because you didn't like everything from Shein. You just got all the stuff because it's a haul, because it's a trend. So even though you might wear it a few times, you're gonna be tossing it out or be trying to donate it. So I just beg you to consider, what was the point of buying it in the first place?
What was the reason? What was the reason?
Even if you try to sell it, fast fashion does not have a high resale value because when people go thrifting, whether in store or on places like Depop or Poshmark, they're looking for high quality clothing from a notable brand at a decent discounted price. They're probably not going to pay for your secondhand Shein or your secondhand Runway when they know they can find something similar on the website right now and it's brand new. To really determine your cost per wear, you just have to be realistic with yourself. How many times are you actually going to wear this? Do you already have things in your wardrobe right now that will match that will go with that? Can you put a full outfit together? These are the things that you should be thinking about. What I always tell myself when I'm shopping is if something doesn't send me over the edge when I'm looking at it, when I probably shouldn't be buying it. And what I mean by that is, am I filled with so much excitement that I just need this? Like, I just can't wait to style this. I just can't wait to wear this. If I don't feel that way, I probably shouldn't buy it. And there's probably something else that my money could be better spent on. Tip number 4 is to shop with sustainable textiles in mind. A textile is the type of material, fabric that's used when creating our clothing. Some of the more sustainable textiles to shop are like cotton, linen, silk, denim. These are the textiles that you see used for clothing most of the time anyways. So try and think about that when you're shopping. What's your clothing actually made out of? A lot of fast fashion companies use textiles like polyester and polyurethane in their clothing. And while these textiles can last for a long time, they're most likely to be the textile that ends up first in the landfill. So take that information as you will. Just think about the type of materials that are going into the clothes that you're purchasing. And it's important to shop with textiles in mind because when you think think about the circular fashion ecosystem, if you were going to take a piece of clothing that you no longer want anymore, strip it down to its essence, and then make something completely new again, it's likely you could do that with denim, with cotton, with linen, with silk, as opposed to something like a polyester or polyurethane that's probably not going to be able to be stripped down to its essence and made into something else after a ton of wears and washes. Step 5 is to follow the wash guide on your clothing, actually using the literal instructions that will help you make your clothes last longer. They'll look closer to brand new even after you've washed it multiple times. Now, the wash symbols may just look like a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Please Google your wash symbols to try and understand what they mean. If you want, I can make a video about how to read the wash labels on your clothing, so comment down below if you want that. Step 6 is to try to repair your clothing before tossing it out. Of course, with fast fashion, clothing may break down earlier than we anticipated, or if you've been in a situation like I have, clothes that I bought from a fast fashion company arrived with a hole in it. So it was already messed up from the start. But when these little hiccups occur, you do not have to throw out your clothing just because something went wrong. If you have a little hole, you can learn how to hand stitch and just sew that right back up. If you have a bigger issue or something is just like not the right size, you can go to a tailor and have them fix your clothing instead of just throwing it out and trying to start from the beginning again. I promise, if you buy clothes that you love and they're your favorite pieces in the world, you will want to preserve them because you're probably not going to be able to find the exact model anymore. The seasons have passed, maybe the designer isn't making it anymore. So you're going to find something similar, but not exactly what you want. So try to preserve your clothing by fixing it yourself or going to a professional. And tip number 7 is when your clothes are at the end of their life with you, try giving them away instead of throwing them away. Now, when you're over a piece of clothing, you're just like, I'm never going to wear that anymore, or I don't like how it looks on me, I don't fit it anymore. The clothing is not at its end of its life completely, it's just at its end of its life with you. Ask your friends and family if they want any of your clothes. See if you can donate your clothes to shelters, to charities, to churches who might be organizing clothing drives to give to people who need them. You could even do a bulk Goodwill donation, or I think Salvation Army takes donations. So look at places where you can give away your clothes and try extending their life instead of just tossing it into the garbage to end up in the landfill. At least for me, I hate looking at clothing in the garbage. Like, it just feels so icky to me, like it feels so wrong. So I always try and donate or sell my clothes if I can. But that's all I have for today's video. I hope you took away some gems to help you shop fast fashion in a sustainable way. If you like this video, definitely please give it a thumbs up so I know that you want me to create more videos like this. And make sure to subscribe because I'm be coming out with way more videos to help you dress your best, to help you live the life that you want. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.